The Comal River is a lovely spring-fed natural flowing body of water that has long been the crown jewel of New Braunfels. The Edwards Aquifer's headwaters flow 2.5 miles through Landa Park, past downtown New Braunfels, along the Schlitterbahn Waterpark's boundary, and finally merge with the Guadalupe River, all inside the city boundaries of New Braunfels. The Comal River tubing starts immediately downstream of the Wurstfest grounds and continues to the last tuber's exit. The Comal River is one of the United States' shortest navigable streams. The water temperature remains constant year-round at 70 to 72 degrees, making it cool in the Texas summer heat and warm enough for a morning swim in the winter. The river is also home to the fountain darter, a fish that is presently threatened with extinction. How long does it take to float the Comal River? Float tours may take anywhere from 2 to 2.5 hours, depending on river levels, whether or not you paddle, whether or not you pause to swim and play, and whether or not you stop for a lunch. After you complete your initial float trip, more float excursions are possible for $10 per person if you can get back in time to meet the cutoff time for final tube rental. Greater than read, is traveling a hobby? The ultimate guide to an exciting way of life. Greater than learn about the downsides of traveling as a hobby. Can I make a reservation at Texas Tubes for my tubes and cooler? No, bookings or hold tubes are not available. All tubes, coolers, and equipment are leased on a first-come, first-served basis in order to provide the greatest service to all customers. Is it permissible to drink alcohol on the Comal River? Yes, you may drink beer and eat food while tubing on the Comal River. As long as the alcohol and food are in non-disposable containers, they are permitted. Flasks, wineskins, thermoses, Tupperware, Yeti-type tumbler cups, canteens, sport drink bottles, drinking cooler jugs, hydration backpacks, and other non-disposable containers are examples. Note: because glass, foam, and styrofoam are forbidden on Texas rivers, reusable containers cannot be built of these materials. You can find more information related to this on YouTube. Is tubing on the Comal River possible today? Yes, Texas Tubes is open 7 days a week during the summer, including spring break, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and holiday weekends, Memorial Day weekend, 4th of July weekend, and Labor Day weekend, and into October or November, weather permitting. The Comal River is usually always open year-round, with the exception of when it shutters for public safety reasons during times of high water and floods after heavy rain. Once the river levels have fallen to safe levels, the Comal River reopens for access through public parks and private venues. On Sundays, when may I purchase and consume alcohol for my Comal River float trip? In Texas, you may legally consume alcohol in public from midday until 12:15 a.m. on Sundays. Beer and wine are only available on Sundays from noon to midnight. Strong liquor is not available on Sundays, so you must purchase it prior to your float excursion. On the Comal River, what size cooler am I allowed to bring? The city of New Braunfels allows you to carry one 30-gallon cooler or less per person on the Comal River. To prevent the contents of your cooler from pouring into the river, it must feature a locking mechanism on the cooler lid. Latches, zippers, Velcro, bungee cords, side release buckle straps, and other locking mechanisms are examples. If you require a 30-quart cooler with locking mechanism, Texas Tubes rents these out, and we also offer ice bags. At Texas Tubes, what is the minimum age for youngsters to go tubing? Children must be 4 years old or older and must be accompanied by an adult at all times. Children under the age of 4 will not be permitted to use Texas Tubes on the river. All children aged 8 and under are strongly advised to use a life jacket. For their safety, we also urge that all small children and weak swimmers avoid going through the tube chute and instead walk around it. Is it possible for me to bring my own tube to Texas Tubes? Yes, however, the cost of getting on the river and shuttle service is the same as renting a tube from Texas Tubes. Many of the customers bring their own tubes for a number of reasons, such as the comfort of their own tube, the fact that their own tube has a headrest, the fact that their own tube has built-in cup holders.